Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Craig. We are High Season, a social media agency that helps business owners, marketers, and creators step their social media game up and break the algorithm. I say that very awkwardly because my partner Tiffany always does the introductions and I had to memorize it very quickly. She will be back in the next video, but today we are going to be answering questions about Instagram verification. You may have seen this video, which is something that Tiffany kind of did on a whim, and it ended up being our second most popular video of all time, which is kind of hilarious to us. So I would probably say I spend 70 to 80% of my time dealing with the community management side of the YouTube channel, answering questions about verification. It's been extremely popular. You guys have had a ton of different things that you wanted answers to that Tiffany didn't cover in that video, so I thought it might be best if I collated some of the most popular questions and answered them here. Let's get right into it. Alright, first one. How long does it take and where do they tell you if you were approved or not? It usually takes up to 30 days, but I've never seen it take that long. It's typically within a few business days. And they send it to you in a notification. That is the only way they let you know whether you were verified or not. So no one's going to DM you, no one's going to email you. You get a notification in your Instagram notifications, whether you were successful or whether you were not successful. All right, someone DM'd me saying they can do it for me. Is it a scam? Yes. Instagram does not DM you to say you have been, you qualified for verification. None of that. If anyone does that, they're going to send you off to a form typically where you fill in, they ask you for your password. And we've had people reach out and say they've given up their password to the scammers, which terrible, hate to hear it. So Instagram will never, ever solicit people for verification. The only way to get it is to apply yourself. All right, I'm a minor and I don't have an ID. Can I apply? The minor thing, I'm pretty sure you can. If you don't have an ID, that's going to be a problem. Most minors, hopefully these days, will have a passport. If you have a passport, just put that through. That's probably the best bet. All right, next one, and this is one of the biggest ones. Why aren't you verified? So in order to be verified, what it really is, I think people maybe have a bit of a misconception about what verification on Instagram is. It's to actually identify the real account of a notable individual or brand. So High Season, while we've been around for 7 years, while we have some very large clients that are one of the biggest companies in the world, we have never worked with a publicist, so we don't have any press articles. So therefore, if we apply, they're not going to be able to prove our notability. So we've never even applied. And to us, if I'm honest, it's not something we particularly care about for High Season right now. Maybe down the track we might care, but right now we're building the business, we're building our YouTube channels and everything else on social. So we're just not really, it's not something that we're preoccupied with. So people were taking it as if because our brand itself was not verified, that makes us less credible to tell you how to get verified. But all Tiffany was doing once again was showing the process of how to get verified. So we never claimed to be. Maybe one day we will though. What links can I submit? So essentially what they want to see is major press from globally recognized publications. So think, Forbes, CNN, Time, ESPN, major things that anybody in the world will be able to look at and be like, okay, that's authentic. That's a real publication. That is an important publication, which proves your notability. That's what this is all about here. Proving your notability. Not that you exist and you're the real one, really, but it's about your notability. So one thing they did do recently is they opened it up to industry-specific notable publications. For example, in music, hip-hop in particular, publications are very specific that are popular and notable in that field. So they've decided to open it up and accept ones that would be considered notable in that field only, that wouldn't apply sort of in a more general sense. And that, I believe, is basically any industry they've been doing that. I have a ton of followers on social, but they keep denying me. Why, and do followers matter? So followers do not matter. All that does matter are your major press links. So the people who have said that they've got, 1 million subscribers on YouTube and things like that, they just probably don't have the right press. If they have got press, it's probably press that Instagram does not consider to be notable. So once again, it comes back to that press and the notability of that press. My government name is different to the name on my IG account. Which do I put? So put your government name in the back end. It has to match your ID. Whatever it says on your ID, put it there, and it will not change anything on your Instagram account if you are approved. I keep getting rejected. What can I do? As I said before, everything is about notability here. So if you're getting rejected, it's because Instagram doesn't deem you as notable enough. The only way to get press in a real way is to hire a publicist. Publicists are very, very, very niche specific. So, whatever, if you're had a bunch of college athletes reach out, so they would have to work with a publicist that specializes in sports, particularly college sports. They would get them pieces about them and about their careers in those publications, which could be used as notable press for submission. We're a band or brand, which documents do we upload? So whoever applies for, say you're in a band and there's 4 people in a band, whoever's applying, just put their personal documentation. So if it's me, I just put my passport or driver's license or whatever, submit that, that'll cover it. If you're a brand, I believe it's a bit different. I think it's the incorporation document or some sort of proof. Tiffany is nodding, that's the one. Incorporation document or something that proves that you're a real business that is registered with your governing body.
Bill.
Or utility bill can work as well. Something that proves that, but you might also have to still put your personal ID. They're always going to want your personal ID. Is it bad if I keep getting denied? Not really. You can apply once every 30 days. They say that every time. I've known people who have tried for a while and finally just had the notable enough press and been able to get it over the line. It doesn't hurt you at all. I'm about to do something big, for example, film a movie. I want to be verified before I do it to make things easier afterwards. Is that possible? Short answer, no. Once again, say it with me, notable publications. That's what you're going to need. So if you're about to film a movie and you've been hired, there's nothing you can really do beforehand. You could probably talk to the publicist or the publicity area of the film studio or your agent or something like that to see if they can arrange something, but otherwise you will have to wait till it comes out and you have pieces of press about you. Can I submit links to my music, book, or art, and will that be enough? So we get a lot of people like authors or musicians who will say, hey, I've got a verified Spotify profile. Can I submit that? Well, can you submit it? Of course you can. You can submit anything. Will it work? No. Anyone can really get music up on Spotify. It does not make you notable to do that. Anybody can get a book on Amazon, particularly if you self-publish it. Therefore, the link to that book does not confirm notability. So once again, it comes back to the press about you. If you're a musician who's got press in Rolling Stone and it's a whole article about your new album, that would be perfect because that is a notable publication in that niche, and then you'll be able to submit that along with 4 other pieces of press. Can I verify my account if it is private? No, you cannot. It has to be a public account. Does Instagram charge money or can I pay for verification? So no, Instagram does not charge for verification. Once again, it's just for notability. So the only way you could pay for it is by working with a publicist. That, is a paid service. I got to be honest, they're really not cheap, particularly the good ones who are going to get the level of publications that you need. You're going to be looking at minimum a few thousand a month, and I don't know how long you have to retain them for, however long it takes to do it, but I have heard publicists go into the 5 figures per month as well, so it all really depends. How often can I apply? As often as you like, once every 30 days, you can keep going until you get approved. Do you know any publicists you can send me across to? Unfortunately, no. We are a social media agency. We've never worked with publicists. We've never had any dealings with publicists. So the best bet would be to ask a colleague in your industry for a referral or hit Google. It's always your best friend. See what's going on. Check out their ratings and reviews to see if they actually do good work, because there might be some charlatans in that world. So you do have to be careful that you're not going to pay money and then kind of get nothing in return.
I have another thing I would say too.
Yes, Tiffany.
When you go to the articles that are being written in the publications that you want to appear in, they always have the writer there.
Yep, exactly. So you can start reaching out to the writers to see if they want to do it. It would really sort of depend. They might be contactable, they might not be. You also made me think of something. It can't be paid articles. So you can pay like Huffington Post or whatever to do an article, which ends up being more of an advertisement. They do not count. It has to be organic publicist, because you are going to pay the publicist, right? And the publicist has the relationships with the publication. So that's really what you're paying for. So it's not a direct payment to Instagram, but that is one way to do it as well. Okay, the big one, can you get me verified or can you apply for me? The short answer is no, that is not a service that we offer. We're a social media agency. You're going to be looking for a publicist. Alright guys, so that was it. If you have any further questions about Instagram verification, you can pop it in the comments below, or you can even comment on the first video, which will also be in the description, as I'm there every single day answering those questions. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, smash a thumbs up, hit subscribe below, hit the notification bell so you know when every new video hits your inbox. Follow us everywhere on social media at High Season Co. Check out the website highseasonco.com. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.